Hey friend, welcome back to Everyday Energy. Today's a planking day, so prepare ye, maybe roll out the wrists, maybe grab some more padding, but we'll alternate between hands and forearms, so it won't be too much. I promise, and you're gonna feel so strong at the end of this. Let's get into it. Let's start down in tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, you know the drill by now. Take a second and just check me out here. I'm gonna tuck my toes. I'm going to lift my back pockets up to the ceiling on an elevator. I'm tucking my tail, I'm pushing my femurs up to the sky away from the floor. It's the tiniest little tuck. You can think about that connection between your bottom rib and your front pockets, or you can imagine if your femur's sitting in your hip socket, it's lifting straight up to the sky, yeah? I have no idea if I'm pointing straight up or not. Just a tiny little lift. Pushing those back pockets up and lowering them down. Push them up, lower them down. Push it up, lower it down. Your taps can be quicker than mine. Maybe you choose a little hold here in bear. If this is bothering your knees at all, you can either pad up or you can walk your feet back a little bit, but think about that square 90-degree bend in the hip, right? That's the purpose of bear plank, no matter how much your legs are unfolded. Pressing up, lowering down, spread out your fingers, grab the ground, soften your elbows. Good. We're here for 5 and 4 and 3, 2, 1, and let's take the knees nice and wide apart. Sit it back towards a child's pose. Give yourself room for your body. Stretching out the arms all the way through the fingertips, letting the heart hang heavy down towards the floor. Good, and when you're ready, we're gonna walk it back up to that tabletop, but I'm gonna keep my knees wide. I'm going to slide my hips forward and back, our nice sliding squat, getting into those hips. Imagining that we're sitting down into the deepest squat ever, and then pushing up to stand. Good, if you like, you can push a little bit further forward. You'll get some nice flexion in the wrists, which can feel good. If it doesn't feel good, don't worry about it. And if you'd like to add on from here for a little flow, as we go forward, we're gonna inhale, reach out with one arm. Exhale, pull back. You can twist if you like. Inhale, reach forward with the other arm. Exhale, paint a big rainbow arc, sit back, twist. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, sit back. I know I just threw a little choreography at you. You can find your own version. You can keep your eyes on me until you figure it out. If you're sliding and you're breathing, you're doing it right. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. You might even get a nice little groin stretch here from that hip we're twisting away from. Just a few more moments here. Take your time. We're gonna wanna even it off. Can you paint a little bigger circle every time? And when you're ready, you can be done. Maybe you roll out your wrists. We're gonna repeat both of the planks we do today. So here's number 2. We will go back to number 1. We're gonna take forearms down this time. Now you've got the option to take this from your knees or from your feet. This is gonna take a little bit of explaining if you just wanna hang out. Here's where I'm setting up. Elbows under my shoulders like a standard plank. Shoulders, hips, and knees in line, right? We're gonna turn this into a long line plank. I'm going to walk my elbows out. I'm going to try to keep the rest of my body unchanged. I'm going to dig my elbows in as if I could pull the floor down underneath me, as if I were yanking down, dragging my forearms back. We're working on coming into this crunch, right? But it's never gonna happen because the floor is in our way. We're gonna hold this for 30 seconds. Well, I should say I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to hold this. You might not use the whole time. This is intense. Yeah, I want you to do a short, solid, spicy plank. If it's not 30 seconds, I don't care at all. All right, setting up for forearm plank and then walking your forearms out, keeping that posterior pelvic tilt, that little tailbone tuck. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Elbows are forward, and I dig it in. Tucking my tail underneath me. I am already quaking. We've only been here 7 seconds. Dragging those elbows down underneath you. You can think about dragging your belly button up to the sky. 15 seconds down. You can be done whenever you like. 20 seconds down. Dragging it in. Curling up to crunch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Softly lower yourself down for some tummy time. I'm gonna take my hands nice and wide. I'm gonna press the floor away from me. Elbows don't need to go anywhere near straight. Maybe you're only peeling your head and neck off the ground. Maybe you can press into the ground. Give yourself a little stretch on the front body. Soften your glutes, soften your legs. Maybe you take a little sway with me, side to side. A little twist in the shoulders. Whew. As promised, we're going back to that first bear plank practice. Plugging the femurs up into the backs of the hip sockets and lowering back down. We'll be there for 30 seconds of practice. Then you'll have 30 seconds to practice that long line posterior pelvic tilt plank. Capiche? Here we go. Setting up for bear, taking it from our tabletop. I'll meet you there in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Tuck the toes, push it up, and lower. It feels like waist up. I'm not moving at all. Back pockets press up to the sky, like they're on an elevator. 15 seconds down. If you want to turn this into a hold, you're welcome to. 30 seconds in 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Roll out your wrists if you need a second. We're going into that long line plank. I'll meet you there in 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Elbows out, drag them back. Ooh, as if you could curl up like a shrimp and the only thing standing in your way is that pesky floor. You would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those pesky floor. 15 seconds down. You can be done whenever you like. 10 seconds left, and then we hit 30. In 5, in 4, in 3, 2, 1, and softly lower yourself down. You can come right to tummy time if you like. You could just hang out here. Or you can push up for a little stretch on the front body. Imagine a line tracing down your forehead, over your nose, down your chin, Star is Born style. Right down your sternum, your belly button, over your pubic bone, down your inner thighs, your kneecaps, your shins, your big toes. Now extend that line, stretch it like a rubber band. And when you like, we can push back. Let's take a child's pose one last time, just for fun. Sitting heels back to hips, or hips back to heels rather, stretching out through the fingertips. Imagine a very heavy cat walking up your spine, softly releasing down towards the floor. And when you're ready, we can walk the hands in, start to roll it up one vertebra at a time. I won't cut you off. I'll give you the gift of guiding yourself here all the way up to the top. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed our spicy little planks today. I hope you're feeling solid, and I hope you have a really big belly laugh later and you can feel it even more because of this. And I'll see you later.